begin tonight with a code red weather alert. A heat advisory is in effect for the next hour, and severe storms move in tonight. Parts of our viewing area now in a level 2 risk for severe weather. NBC 15's meteorologist Kelly Foster joining us now to break down what to expect tonight. Kelly?
Hey, Andrea. Well, right now we have 2 severe thunderstorm warnings in place for Monroe County, one until 5:15 and then another one until 5:45. So we're watching this cluster of storms. The whole line is moving south, but these thunderstorms are moving towards the south and east. We'll go ahead and track them for you right now. We have 269 lightning strikes currently for, you can see Clark, Monroe, and even parts of Conecuh County. This line of storms is going to be moving near Franklin in 10 minutes, scratch ankle in about 20. That's a look at the storms near Packard's Bend, and then also you can see near Nettleboro, Cyrene. All of this activity is also moving towards the south and east, and we have more thunderstorms lining up in Baldwin County, just to the north of Bay Minette, also portions of Escambia County, Alabama. All this is pushing towards the south and east. We'll see it near Kearney in 11 minutes. You can see Diaz in 12, Eastwood in 16, and Douglasville in about 19 minutes, but a lot of lightning right now near Vaughn and Stockton. Our entire viewing area under a severe thunderstorm watch until 10 o'clock. Primarily the threats are going to be damaging wind gusts, hail, and dangerous cloud to ground lightning. We're also seeing torrential downpours with some of these storms. So make sure you have a way to receive watches and warnings. We're going to take a more in-depth tour of the radar and talk about another heat advisory for Monday coming up.
All right, Kelly, thank you. A reminder, Code Red is our exclusive way of alerting you when disruptive weather is in your area. When you're not watching our NBC 15 meteorologists on TV or on Facebook, you can see the latest forecast, check the radar, and receive alerts for disruptive weather right to your phone. Just download our free NBC 15 weather app in the App or Google Play stores. Breaking news right now, you're taking a live look at San Diego, California. That's where several sailors were injured in a massive fire aboard the USS Bonham Richard, which was built in our neighboring state of Mississippi. See the smoke there coming from the ship. The fire happened just after 2 o'clock today. Officials say about 160 sailors were on board. 18 of them were taken to the hospital for minor injuries. The cause of the fire is still under investigation. Ingalls Shipbuilding in Pascagoula was awarded the contract to build that ship back in 1992. More breaking news right now. The Saraland Police Department says multiple people were shot in the 1100 block of Jonine Drive. Police say all victims and suspects have been identified and there's no threat to the public. We have reached out to officials to try to get more information. A grim new milestone just reached in the fight against the coronavirus. Florida recorded the highest single day of COVID-19 cases by any state, with more than 15,000 new infections in one day. And in places like Miami, the virus is out of control. Whitney Wild has the latest.
This is an American tragedy.
A number that not even New York saw during the height of the pandemic in its state. 15,299. That's the number of new coronavirus cases the Florida Department of Health reported Sunday, making it the highest number of cases recorded by any single state. With more than 7,500 COVID patients hospitalized, medical systems are struggling to keep up and running out of ICU beds.
We definitely had a sharp increase in the number of people going to the hospital. Number of people are in ICU and the number of people on our ventilators.
Florida has been posting and then breaking record high case numbers for the past several weeks, prompting several beaches to close and some areas to roll back their phased reopening. Congresswoman Donna Shalala says the governor needs to take direct action.
It's out of control across the state because our governor won't even tell everybody to wear masks.
While 33 states are on the upswing of new cases, the nation's top doctor says there is still time to turn things around.
If we can get a critical mass of people wearing face coverings, practicing at least 6 feet of social distancing, doing the things that we know are effective, we have the ability to turn this around.
In Washington, I'm Whitney Wild.
Here in Alabama, COVID-19 cases are nearing 53,000. For the past 2 weeks, we've seen the greatest increase since the start of the pandemic. Nearly 31% of the state's total cases were reported within that time period. That means more Alabamians are now getting infected. Locally, our counties remain on high alert. Mobile County is now in the high-risk zone, while Baldwin Escambia, Conecuh, Monroe, and Washington counties are all in the high-risk zones. Infections are climbing at an alarming rate in Mobile County. Friday, 203 cases were added to the dashboard, the most we've seen in a single day. Along with the increase in cases, the number of people in hospitals have doubled in a matter of days. Dr. Rendy Murphy with the Mobile County Health Department says our hospitals are filling up quickly and they are stretched thin. New information tonight on the condition of Father Paul Zogby as he battles COVID-19. St. Margaret of Scotland Catholic Parish posted an update on Facebook saying Father Zogby's condition is improving, but he is still weak. Father Zogby remains on oxygen at this time. The church says he's grateful for everyone's continued thoughts and prayers. For the very latest updates on the pandemic and more, follow all of our NBC 15 social media pages. The primary runoff election is just 2 days away. It's a big day for Alabama's 1st congressional district. Republicans Jerry Carl and Bill Hightower are running against each other. NBC 15's Laura Barczewski joins us now. Laura, you caught up with both candidates today.
Andrea, I spoke with Bill Hightower and Jerry Carl this afternoon about some of their priorities. They've both been very involved in politics in different ways. Bill Hightower is a longtime resident of Southern Alabama and is a former Alabama state senator. He says he decided to run for Congress because he wants to make a difference for Alabamians on a national level.
I'm the only pro-life to endorse candidate in this race. I'm the only one that has agreed to term limits. I've also supported no new taxes, but the priorities are support Austell, build that bridge, and see our economy grow with jobs here in the district.
Jerry Carl says he was born here in Mobile and spent the majority of his career as an entrepreneur. He currently serves as the Mobile County Commission president. He says he decided to run for Congress because he wanted to see a much stronger conservative in the seat representing the district.
I think we can change up our immigration laws a little bit. I'm very, very big on the Second Amendment. I've been a gun owner my entire life, and I own many, many guns. The abortion issue, I'm certainly pro-life. I still, for the life of me, cannot understand how someone could kill a baby in the womb that way.
Coming up tonight at 10, I'll take a deeper dive into both of their main priorities. Andrea.
All right, Laura, thank you. We also spoke with the Democratic candidates facing off for the nomination. Both Kiana Gardner and James Averhart are new to the political scene and hoping to make a difference. We told you it's been 57 years since a Democrat held the seat for Alabama's 1st congressional district. Kiana Gardner is a native Hawaiian, scientist, and mother raising her family here in Mobile. And James Averhart is a Mobile native and retired commissioned officer of the United States Marine Corps. His top 3 priorities include education, criminal justice reform, and health care.
Definitely want to, talk about education. That's very important to me as well. So, especially during a time like now, I don't think we should be going back into schools, and but that needs to be someone advocating.
Gardner's top 3 priorities are infrastructure, access to health care, and education.
We need someone, preferably an educator with experience in higher education, who knows what it takes to build up students, to build programs that lead to successful students, and to partner those programs with actual employers and give job placement to successful students.
Both candidates say they hope those who haven't voted absentee will come out on Tuesday to cast their ballot. Because we're in the middle of a pandemic, many people are worried about going to the polls to vote. Despite local ordinances that require people to wear masks in public, no one can be turned away from a polling location on Election Day for not wearing a face covering. Secretary of State John Merrill says it's encouraged, but it is not a mandate. To view the entire interview with all of these candidates, head over to our website, mynbc15.com, and click on the Beyond the Podium tab. Of course, NBC 15 is your election night headquarters. We will have complete team coverage in all of our evening shows Tuesday, so stick with us. A Mobile City Councilman says more officers should be equipped with body cameras. Councilman Fred Richardson says those with a rank of sergeant and above right now are not required to wear one on scene. He took to social media this weekend asking what citizens thought. Overwhelmingly, people said any officer on an active scene, regardless of rank, should be wearing one. That was out of nearly 700 comments.
If it's a bank robber and you out there trying to help catch the bank robber, you need the body cam on. You know, if it's an active crime scene, if you are policing the streets of the city of Mobile, it's for their own protection.
Richardson says the police department is reviewing this and will make a policy decision and recommendation in the coming months. In Minnesota, hundreds took to the streets marching against police violence. This is the same area where protests began for the killing of George Floyd on May 25th. The National Mothers March was led by moms and family members who lost their loved ones, including those of Breonna Taylor and Philando Castile, all killed in police shootings. Sweltering heat, how essential workers in Texas are braving the heat to make sure customers are keeping cool. Blowing the whistle? Well, not anymore. The new device crossing guards are using to signal school kids. Plus, health experts say despite the pandemic, overdoses are on the rise again. How addiction teams are teaming up to slow that trend.
And we have a severe thunderstorm warning for Clark and Monroe County until about 5:45. Tracking this one storm that is southeast of Thomasville, moving east will be in Lower Peachtree Landing in about 3 minutes and Franklin in 21. I'm going to step you through your forecast after the break.
Ahead for us, how hot weather affects the spread of COVID as global cases surge, and doctors weighing in on if they'd send their kids back to school. Plus, COVID's impact on the future of malls and movie theaters when we see you on Nightly News.
You're watching NBC 15 News, winner of the Regional Edward R. Murrow Overall Excellence Award.